I literally made my first movie with the JVC my dad bought that had the shoulder.
The shoulder mount.
My dad had the old school Hitachi with the shoulder mount.
Yeah.
It had the black and white CRT viewfinder.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We had the Sony.
We had the color.
Yeah.
Dude, he even had the external mic attachment that had, like, the big-ass connector and
The
shit like that
XLR.
on it. Oh, yeah, dude.
Fuck.
The thing would last, like, 48 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't record a whole
Well, that's
tape
fine
on it.
because the VHS would only last 25. So
Yeah,
it's
some
good.
shit. Yeah.
Dude,
Dude, it was,
Super 8.
All right.
God, it was so awesome.
All right, honey. We
Super
put.
8,
Oh, not Super 8. That's it.
but I have one though.
God damn it, you recorded this and the tracking's all wrong. What the hell's wrong with you?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 213 of the Camcast.
Oh my God, we've been doing it that long.
Yes, we have.
Holy shit.
213.
Yep, the podcast that is willing to take free meat from random children.
And then eat it.
Damn
He
right.
is technically a child.
Yep.
And you have marinated it superbly.
No marinade. That was just here's what you got to do with the steak.
It's a creamy hollandaise sauce.
It's not.
It really is.
It's. I made you steak au poivre,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is basically French pepper steak.
Okay.
Yep. And really, the key to doing any steak well is you take it out of the fridge and you kind of let it come up to room temperature,
Right.
and then salt and pepper.
That's it.
The salt brings up all like the lovely proteins that when you throw it on a hot grill or in a hot pan, you get that nice crust, that beautiful flavor. Yeah. So there we go.
Hey, both sides.
Damn
I'm
right.
fully torqued right now.
Attaboy.
Flip.
Talking
Sear both
steaks.
sides. 4 minutes down the hatch.
Oh, hold your horses.
Whoa.
Where's the S&P?
Whoa.
I already said S&P. S&P both sides.
S&P, both sides, flip 4 times down
No,
the
no,
hatch.
Not 4 times.
Oh, that's overhandling. That's squirrely dandling it.
You're overhandling because you're doing it 4 times. You do both 2 sides. Grill marks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before we get too far down this, I am Mike, dear leader, Doc Taste, leader of men, herder of cats, and I am joined, as always, to my right by the one, the only, the professor of the ghetto arts, licensed but not tenured. Oh, no, wait, the other way around. Tenured but not licensed.
Uh-oh.
My God, I almost got you in trouble. Woo! Oh, boy. Can't have you out there practicing without a license. My God in heaven.
It'd be a disaster.
You're mine, our Uncle Radical. Somebody very special out there calls him Daddy. She is not here. We call him Scoots because he is, he's decently priced and well optioned. It is Dave Raleigh.
How else do you expect us to know if it works if we don't test it?
Damn it, Gary, I want to get the Spice Channel on this thing. That was the thing I imagined you yelling, like as I was typing it out.
And I did.
Here we go.
As you guys high five.
You're welcome.
Yep. He's at one on the table. He is the child who brought me meat. He is the good Colonel Eddie Dean himself, chairman of the boards, Zach Lords.
I reject reality and substitute my own.
Attaboy. Yes, and down at the other end of the table, making
wow.
a triumphant return after but a brief 1 week absence.
1 week.
You're bringing the average up slowly
Yeah.
but surely.
Slowly.
I like them odds.
Here we go. He is
Interesting.
Yes.
Yep.
Pizza guy.
Brand Christiansen.
Ahoy hoy. I didn't have anything clever to say like you guys did. You guys had really good intro
okay.
lines.
It's all right.
Sorry, Trent. I stole your ahoy hoy.
This stuff was written for me at
Yeah.
this point.
Oh,
all
nice.
right?
Okay, there
this
you go.
happened at like 10 o'clock this morning.
Okay.
Somebody said
you came correct. You knew what's up.
somebody said I could just picture Dave yelling that, and I said,
nice.
"Well,
There it is.
I know what my intro is tonight."
There it
I
is.
don't know. It was.
Send me your intro for Pizza Dad.
Yeah, there we go. Mailbag
You might not hear it for 3
camautomag.com.
weeks.
Mailbag account. I will
Just
read
to-
it verbatim.
Yes.
Whatever it says. So
No, you won't.
Go ham
no,
hog.
No, you won't.
Yeah, go
we're
ham
gonna,
hog.
We're going to go ahead and
No censoring. I'm going to read it.
well, then we're going to go ahead and just filter some stuff out.
No censoring. I'll read it.
Jesus Christ.
Good to be here. I love you guys.
Love you too. Follow us on the social medias. We are at Cam Automag on the lot of them. We're there. We're doing stuff. Pretty soon you're going to see a whole bunch of stuff from when I went and hung out with the Scoundrels in St. George.
Yeah,
Rad.
buddy.
That's probably what we're going to do between shows. You're going to help me pick the photos that actually get published on the site.
Oh, God, please don't make us
Excellent.
do that.
I've cut it down. It's just very few. Ass.
Fine.
I feel qualified
Ass.
for this position.
I don't.
Good, go away.
Well, then you just sit there and do whatever it is kids do.
Your dang Pokemons. And
Hey, there was a Pikachu out front today, okay? So go fuck yourself.
Was it one of the straw hat ones?
Aw. Adore.
Actually, it was a silvery Pokemon, which is the exact same. Just silvery.
All right.
They're called shinies.
Do you know what? Fuck you and your proper acronyms.
I think they're
The game, and I know it more than you.
I think they're called sparklies. Can we
Either
call
way.
them that? No? Okay.
No.
Okay. By
find
committee, I've been shapped.
Find this podcast wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play. Like, rate, review, subscribe, share with your friends and coworkers,
Yeah.
people you're on a first-name basis with,
Or a nickname basis with.
or whatever. It could be the wrong first name. I don't care.
There could be a guy named Smalls in the same shop. We don't know. There's a Smalls in every shop, right?
It could be a Biggie and a Smalls.
It's true.
Share it with Biggie and Smalls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Support us on Patreon, on patreon.com/CamAutomag.
Yeah, be rad.
Yes.
You can support us for any dollar amount, but $5 is that's the real moneymaker.
That's
there.
the money one.
That's your biggest bang for your buck.
Yep.
That gets you access to early release content, gets you access to exclusive content.
Yep.
And it also gets you access to the official Cam Shenanigans shit.
The sweetest piece of pie there.
It's true.
Yep.
Such great information in there.
There we go.
Yeah.
That is patreon.com/CamAutomag. So.
Just do it!
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what have we been up to?
Oh, you know.
Yeah.
I got to test drive my dream car.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, hit me with it.
There it is.
I basically took a trip down to Beaver on Thursday.
Beaver, Utah?
Yeah. And it's actually,
Number one water taste?
I can't remember
They
where.
got rid of that billboard, by the way.
Yes,
I'm
they
super
did.
Sad.
Me
I'm so
too.
sad about it. Support our. It was like made in Microsoft Paint too, and they put it on a fucking billboard.
Yep.
Holy
I love you.
shit,
I love you,
what?
Beaver. It was.
Yeah.
It was the entry billboard to Beaver.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It was great.
No, I didn't
Continue.
quite. It wasn't quite. And I roll in there, and the guy's not home. And the guy shows up behind me, and he goes, "Saw a fancy ass truck with a trailer behind it. Only could have been you guys." I was like, "God damn, okay, I see how."
Shit.
You immediately went yokel with the accent
I know,
there.
right? Yeah.
Fit right in.
How your cadence changes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was talking to the guy. We picked up the bike, and I realized he had a in the corner.
Oh.
Anybody want one of these?
I'm good right now.
Okay. No.
Just we'll get
Finish
to that
your
in a
story.
minute. Yeah, finish your story, and then we'll give you water.
And so
Yeah.
I was looking at it, like super clean, as a stock.
What year was it?
60 or 73 or
73.
76.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah.
Rad.
Super nice. And I'm like, I can't afford this, but can I drive it? And he goes, yeah, here's the keys. I took her around the block as it was raining at dusk
Uh-oh.
in a small town in central Utah.
With no
Wow.
lights.
Headlights.
Yeah, but no street lights.
Yes, no street lights.
Yeah.
When it's dark there, it's
It's
fucking
dark.
dark.
You could see the cosmos
No.
looking back at you.
Oh, it's
There-
beautiful.
there was
you can
like a-
see that in Eagle Mountain.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There was still a tinge of light because like it was just like right as it was raining
A
too.
taint? A twinge.
Yes, so there was a taint of light around. But no,
I'm sorry.
but it's super cool. I got a car that I could never.
Anyways.
I can't reasonably justify right now with my income.
Right.
He wanted $18K for it, which is
I wouldn't
Yep.
even pay that, but that's market value
that's
right now.
market value
Yeah,
for
that's
them.
a good deal.
That's the thing, dude. 40s are just going.
Yeah, they're insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all stock too.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
So fully restored, that's 30 to 50 grand
Oh, 100%.
all
yeah.
day. All day. So you're getting a half off, but
Yeah.
you need a full restoration.
Which my dumbass thought he said 1,800,
Ha.
and I was about to be like, I need to make some phone calls and get some cash down here right now, get some Venmo going on.
And you thought wrong.
Yes.
I was disappointed.
Missed a zero.
Just 1-0.
Just 1-0. Makes
So anyways, you're driving at night or dusk in the rain. It's raining.
It was like a small rain. The windshield was down. My friend Jackson's in the jump seat in the back for some fucking reason. I don't know why.
That's where you go.
Yeah. And
That's the ride, man.
Yeah, dude.
and the car had like really weird brakes. Like the first half pedal, nothing. Like but
Yeah,
there's,
because they're four-wheel drums.
Drums.
there's like nothing, and like you can there's pressure, but there's nothing. And you hit second, you hit halfway point, all four locked up.
That's when the shoes
Yeah.
engage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was super weird. I like 100% understeered it into a corner. It was amazing.
Toyotas and Star Wheel adjusters just don't mix.
No, 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 no.
Never.
No,
No. Even to this day on the ass of a new Corolla, they just don't.
Just one of those
no.
things you just
No.
reverse and just
Yeah.
on the brakes.
Were you just
that's
like
what the e-brake handle's for,
Yeah,
to make sure you're in two-wheel drive?
Yep.
were you just
You
praying
just rip the stick and then you're good.
were you just like praying to Valhalla that there wasn't a ditch or something ahead of you? Or?
No, I wasn't.
Not like it would matter. It's an FJ40.
Well, yeah, it's true. You just
throttle
steer
through
into it.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
throttle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Steer in so you keep your alignment straight and
Yep.
then gas
Off you
it.
go.
I like it.
Yeah, and it was pretty cool. I didn't going down to Beaver did not think that was going to happen.
Rad.
I also found out that the top speed of a 2012 Tundra is only 109, and I was really disappointed.
Maybe
It's
you
mad
should
pussy. Fuck that.
Maybe you shouldn't say that as it was borrowed, but whatever.
No, I called him and told him too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was like,
109, is that aerodynamically limited or was that computer limited?
That's computer.
That was cutting out.
No, we were coming downhill. No one in front of us, no one behind us. So
downhill even.
It's 5.7, so it jumped straight from 85 to 109 like in 3 seconds.
Oh, yeah, it just
109.
did it, and then it just
Went
stopped.
boom, and just stuck there.
I
was
wonder
like,
if there's like a superstition with auto manufacturers keeping it an odd number. Because remember, like in the power wars of the early like M and AMG cars,
155.
155. They kept them all limited to 155. But even when they did their top speed runs unlimited, it was like 193, 197.
Huh.
There was never an even number.
I
They're
feel like
always
they were.
odd.
I feel like they were rounding it.
Probably.
So there's
Closest
like a
odd.
192.5.
Closest odd.
So they're going up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But I'm
Closest
just
odd.
like, I wonder if there's a superstition because I swear
Could
every
be.
number I hear, like the Ferrari F40, 201. You know?
Could
Yeah.
very well
Ferrari
be.
Enzo, 207. You know, it's like,
Well,
oh,
didn't
could
it,
very well be the case.
Didn't the XJ220 when it finally like made?
220. Yeah, that's where
well,
it
that
got
was
its
supposed to
name.
do 220, but it ended up doing like
223 or something like that.
No,
Oh.
it never like as the production car was. It didn't do it.
Oh,
Yeah, like
really? They
yeah,
over
it
they
did,
RX-8'd
like, I think it did like 208.
they did an RX-8.
Yeah, I think the best it managed was 208 in the like the
Wow.
official runs.
it's
Wow.
hilarious.
So someone's like, "Can I get my money back on this?"
Literally, people did that. Yeah,
Oh, good,
Like
good,
people
good.
canceled orders.
Oh, good.
So,
Anyways,
I
But,
bet those people are
so-
kicking themselves. They're
Oh,
like,
yeah, they are.
it doesn't do an extra 9 miles an hour? Oh, well,
yeah, Elton John's really fucking hating himself for canceling his order.
he doesn't even know. Yeah,
he
doesn't-
could have leopard print seat covers in an XJ220 worth way fucking more than he paid.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying.
Any car he owns is going to immediately appreciate 50% in value just because his
Of
name's
course.
on
Yeah.
the title. Of
course. I mean-
point. Yeah.
Do you want to buy Sir Elton John's Mondeo?
Yes.
Oh, 100% yes right now.
Sold.
It's
Right.
not even an ST220, and it still put bills down on that thing.
Some fucking rental fleet return Mondeo.
Straight up, yes.
This is a Daewoo Lanos SX. What do you fucking do? Yeah, but it was Sir Elton John's.
This is literally a plot line of Seinfeld right here.
It's a
Yeah.
Diamond Gold Daewoo Matiz.
John Voight's Chrysler Town and Country.
John
John
Voight.
Voight.
John Voight.
John
Town
Voight.
and Country.
The John Voight.
John Voight.
Are you sure it's the John Voight? The John Voight.
So you returned the Land Cruiser, I'm assuming, in
Yeah, I
one
returned
piece.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
But no, as I was doing my speed run, though, I was like, I'm starting to come back from 109. And I'm like, I wonder what the speed rating is on a Harbor Freight bike trailer.
Oh, jeez. Are you serious? It's like
You
45.
realize,
Yeah.
you
It's just
realize
like
now
flopped
that it's,
over, bouncing.
it's just upside down on its cargo.
And then, yeah, you look back and you're like, what bike trailer? There's like nothing.
There's just most of it bouncing back there.
There's like a tongue and that's it.
Well, I was.
the little notification on the screen on the dash says trailer disconnected.
It's like that.
shit.
It's like that
jeez.
episode of The Simpsons where Homer and Flanders become friends,
Yes.
and they take the Rod and Todd out water skiing. How are my boys doing? They're fine. And it's just the thing's just bouncing on the water.
Oh, yes. So many
I
yeses.
turned on the backup camera to make sure there was still a trailer. But I bought this.
Oh,
thought
she's
you could only
probably,
do
she's
that
probably
in-
dead straight too.
Throwing it in reverse.
I thought you could only
I
do
love
that
it.
in reverse.
Oh, it's a Toyota. There's no real linkage
How's
there.
reverse at 109? It's like a boom.
Dude, we lit up all fours. It was amazing.
Oh, wow.
No, but I bought the trailer from my other grandpa to sell the bike to my other. It's a weird story, but my other grandpa.
So you own a trailer now?
No, my other grandpa
dang.
bought a trailer from my other grandpa. It's
Okay.
weird, but my other grandpa Peterson,
Right, Grandpa P.
he's like me a lot. Very engineering. Very. He has the mind.
Okay.
So what he did was,
Sure.
he drilled a hole. In the
Whatever you say.
He drilled a hole in the very back of the trailer and
Oh.
mounted like a 5 foot tall
Bullwhip.
Spoiler. Say wing. Aerodynamics.
Giant light up bullwhip.
more or less, yeah. It's literally like
Does
a
it have an
off-road-
LED whip?
No, it doesn't. But it's like a
sick.
Damn.
straight up and down orange whip.
Like on the back corner or in the middle?
Right in the middle. Right
Why?
in the fucking middle. So you can see it.
Oh.
All right.
When you're backing that thing up, you can't fuck. It's
That's like
It's
the
6 feet
classic.
long.
That's the classic grandpa thing to do.
That's an
Yeah.
old man move
My
right there.
grandpa
I
had a-
have done that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my
I
grand-
have put like PVC stocks on
You've
the back
put
of.
me on
yeah.
back of trailers. For
Yeah,
that,
well, I mean, you're really
Yeah.
good for that too.
Well, my
you're massive. I can't miss you in a rearview mirror.
My grandpa hated like this whole cab forward movement of the early '90s that Dodge was doing. So
Yeah.
he bought a Ford Windstar, which copied that basically, and he could never see the front of it. He invented what was called the front end finder. It was like this little like a little antenna that he could
That-
pull up with the orange golf ball in the front.
That's
And he
great.
would just pull it up as he was driving, And then he could park wherever he wanted without hitting anything because he knew where the front of the car was. But you couldn't see the front of the car because the windshield was so raked forward.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's a total grandpa thing to do. I love it.
Really kind of is.
Yeah. I still have his original design front-end finder. It's in my garage right now. I love it.
Beautiful.
Dude, we need to take you to fucking
Some JC
the-
Whitney
the-
shit right there.
Yeah.
the Shark Tank right now.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't think it's got legs now because there's cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
No, we can still do
yeah.
it. We can still
Yeah,
do it.
Cameras,
here's the thing.
sensors,
I'm going to
curve
hang
feelers.
those. I'm going to hang those little convex mirrors that are like on every
yes.
fucking cab forward truck. Just the ones that hang like 2 feet over the front of the truck.
Yeah.
You look at it, you can see like the front bumper and like the sidewalk
Yeah.
over there. Yeah, exactly.
The full range.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so that was my adventure. It was
If you
fun.
go fast enough, you'll catch flight. You'll literally you'll
Yeah.
just take off. You need to drive my FJ80 and
well,
let me
so
know what you
I
think.
compared it to my Jeep I had, which
Oh.
granted my Jeep was an
Gross.
89.
Oh, the worst. The Renix years. Are you serious?
Well,
why?
It was a Wrangler.
It was a Wrangler, not a Cherokee.
Oh, it was a YJ.
Yeah.
Okay, not a Cherokee.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Which granted, it was hard to compare because
Still, though, YJs are horrible.
my YJ did have the 350 in it,
Oh.
It was a small block swap.
Oh, neat.
which
Yeah.
I
cool.
Don't, I don't know if
That's
I
cool.
could.
I bet the wiring was a nightmare.
I hate saying this because like it goes justify it.
What?
Just the price for an FJ40, like you can go.
They're
No,
not.
I mean-
they're not worth the cost.
No, that's why I didn't pay
Yeah.
the cost for mine.
Yeah, like,
Right.
I was just like,
But I'm also paying for it in
granted,
Well, it's Toyotas in general. Runners carry the tax. Tacomas, pre-Tacos,
Oh, for
the pickups,
sure.
they all carry the tax. Like, about the only thing that's cheap in the Toyota world are first-gen Tundras and Sequoias.
Yeah, and Corollas.
And
And
fucking-
just barely.
Well, literally
the
all the
Tundras
cars.
The first Tundras are a damn good truck, though.
Yeah,
yeah.
they are.
Yeah.
I have worked on so many of them with over 300,000 miles,
I-
and all they need is minor maintenance.
And I've towed with one before. I towed a POW to ISS with one.
Yeah, you borrowed our trailer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Those things.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah,
But
good shit,
basically,
man.
the moral of the story is like, I would rather have a Jeep, and I hate saying that. That just
Wow.
feels wrong.
It's,
Wow.
I mean,
It's wrong to say, but
Wow.
if it was the same price, I'd probably do the Toyota. But with this market, it's a Jeep.
See, if it was like a fourth or a fifth car, then yeah, I do the Toyota. But if it's like a second or a third car, I'm doing the Jeep.
Yeah.
Even though I bought an FJ80 and it's my fourth car. Oh yeah, so that makes sense. Yeah, I
you
validated my thought there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Problem
I mean, you
solved.
basically bought. Okay.
I did.
As far as I'm concerned.
did. Yeah, I
well,
did.
sorry, Toyota's version of a ZJ, the Grand
a
Cherokee.
ZJ, yeah, correct,
because
correct.
it's coiled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's straight axle. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So it's the ZJ.
Yeah.
ZJ and WJ are the last solid axle Grand Cherokee.
They had a solid front axle.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, the WJ was the last one.
That's
so
what
it
I
was
had.
03, I think, was the last year. 03 or 4.
Yeah,
I had
did.
no 4.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
4.
bought-
That's what it was.
Yeah, I had
That's,
no 4.
That's the one I got
Yeah,
from
about
you.
the
yeah.
Japanese ZJ. You're right.
Yeah.
Nailed
You bought a Japanese Grand Cherokee.
Yep.
all
I
right.
fucking love it, by the way. It's such a great freaking vehicle. It sucks so much on the road. Holy crap. 9.8 miles per gallon on the first tank of gas.
Oof.
Wow,
But
you're doing pretty good.
When I take it off road, though, that thing is unstuck. Little Moab, it crawled up everything with not even breaking a tire loose.
I need to get my locker in and change my front
Let's
shafts out
do
of my
it.
Dodge, and we're going to go have some fun.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this
do
thing
that.
it'll go further than my pants can handle.
Nice.
Like many poos came out on one of the runs, and I just I'm not doing it anymore. I can't. The truck can, I can't. But anyways,
Nice.
that's
yeah.
awesome. SJ40.
Yeah.
Cool. Beaver.
There we go.
Number one water.
And still for
Taste.
sale if you guys want it.
Okay. Good to know.
Not
Good to know.
interested
Hit
at
Zach
18
up.
grand.
Yeah, 18 grand.
I could buy a decent Supra for that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Speaking of, so I got the wild hair. I'm like, I'm going to go look for a Mark III, see what's out there.
And?
A lot of eBay listings.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, a lot of people asking way the fuck too much money.
Like, what are we
Lot of
talking?
wishful thinking. They're riding the A90's coattails right now.
Like, where are they at, price-wise?
There was one that looked exactly like mine, except
Yeah.
the paint was in far worse shape.
Oh, wow.
Only had
like they are.
67,000 miles,
Oh, jeez.
but like clapped out interior.
Ugh.
It looked like
Abused.
the gray interior that you would find on like a base model car,
Oh,
but in a
okay.
turbo car. At least
Oh.
what the guy was purporting. He wouldn't post pictures of the engine bay.
Targa top and everything, huh?
Yeah, target top and everything. $8,500.
Oof.
Needed work.
That's about $4K overpriced, in my opinion.
There was a white, white like 92 with like 140,000 miles.
Right.
Somebody wanted 10.5. Buy it now.
Jeez.
Saw one for 14, and I'm like, fuck this noise, man.
Yeah,
Man,
pass.
for 14, you could start getting scratch and dent A80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I mean, with an auto, but still.
Or
like,
non-turbo
that doesn't
Mark
bother
4s.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like-
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
A80, the Mark IV.
yeah,
Oh, yeah. I didn't know what that's
yeah. For 14 grand,
I
I'm
learned that today.
14 grand. I'm gonna go ahead and look at something else.
Yeah.
You can import a Skyline for 14 grand.
You
Sure
can get a
shit
decent
can.
Skyline for 14. you could get a shitty fucked up GTR for 14.
I mean, shit, my buddy Randy's got a R33 GTST here right now and he would sell it for 18.
Yeah.
Wow, there you go.
14, I could import an infinitely better Supra.
Yeah.
I mean, geez, you could probably get a Turbo Hay for 14 grand and be sitting on the cool side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that idea way
But you
better.
got to have a spare steering wheel for your passenger. That's like the best thing in the
No,
world.
what you do is you get the quick release steering wheel, right? You do the quick release,
Yeah.
and then you mount a boss on the passenger side of the dash.
Yeah.
Well, so I
You
don't.
just clip off while driving and clip it onto the dashboard.
That's awesome.
So I don't condone anything I'm about ready to say, but I had a friend.
But
I'm
you're
not-
about
I'm
to say it.
I'm not. You don't have.
And
I'm
then
not
by
gonna name friends.
saying it, you're condoning it. Okay.
But there were some friends in my friend group that had quick release steering wheels on their right-hand drive vehicles, and what was popular to do when we were cruising was to unclick it and hand it out the window
yeah, Ghost Ride to the other car.
to the other car.
Yeah. That was
Okay,
a,
that
was a fun couple of months.
That's a really dumb idea.
Like I said, I don't condone it.
It's hilarious, and I hope you're
It
on a
was
pretty
fucking
straight,
hilarious.
smooth road.
We're going like down State Street or something.
Oh, jeez.
You remember Mikey the Wizard?
Yeah.
Mikey Fulkerson.
Good old Mikey.
Yeah. So back in the day when he had a 240,
Uh-huh.
it was a CA swap. It was actually an animal of a car, right? He had a quick release. He had like this nice looking Momo knockoff that he was like just completely hoggered out. It was just 4 arms with nothing covering them and like the stock shitty foam around, and it was a boat wheel.
Nice.
And he would use that while drifting. He like welded it to a quick and
It's out of a Glastron, like
Yeah,
a
it had-
1968 Glastron
had to have
tri-hull
been
boat.
something, yeah, but it was
Yeah.
drifting, right? Well, at the time I worked for Wicknick, and we were at this drift event, and Wicknick wasn't driving, and we were just sitting in the bleachers watching, and Mikey went out for a run. Let's play a joke on Mikey. Let's take his steering wheel, right? At the time, we didn't know he had 2 steering wheels.
Yeah.
So we walk his car in the pits, and we pop the steering wheel off, and we take it with us back to the bleachers. He comes back out at the next lap. He's out drifting, and we're like, "What?
What the hell?
So we popped that one off too, and went back to the bleachers. And we're sitting down, right, and we're just watching other people run, and then we're like, and you look closely, he's in there drifting the car with the steering wheel boss.
Oh, my
He just
gosh.
has his giant meat hooks wrapped around the boss of
Fucking
the
hell.
on the
just
steering
going.
column, and he's drifting the car, doing better than everybody. He is a
because-
wizard.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just drifting with his hands on the freaking steering column.
I would have
Just-
gone Dominic Toretto on your ass if you did that to me during it. I would like frickin' beat you to an inch of your life with a wrench if you took my
damn.
steering wheel.
And then they do
Grand
5 years on
times.
Lompoc.
Just kidding. I would. Yeah, I'm never going back.
By the way, if you want to watch all of those before Hobbs and Shaw comes out, Sci-Fi is just going to be playing them, like, I think, back to back.
Is
for
anyone
a
so
here-
week.
good.
is
They're
any-
so good.
Is anyone here actually going to go see Hobbs and Shaw? Because that's not high on my list.
I'm
I
more
stopped
interested-
caring after Tokyo Drift.
They
I'm-
turned into G.I. Joe after that.
Yeah, I'm more interested in Hobbs and Shaw than I was in damn near every.
I still like going and seeing the actual Fast and Furious movies in theaters, but I'm just like Hobbs and Shaw, just a money grab from my perspective.
They don't even need cars in this. It's like, why do they even need? Because Hobbs isn't a driver, nor Shaw. So it's like,
No, but, like, you have
Where's
to
the
have...
crew?
It went from being about the cars
To
to
G.I.
being
Joe.
about the lifestyle and then bang bang and
Yeah.
excitement.
I will
Shoot 'em
say the
ups.
last one though, the tribute to Paul at the end, beautiful.
It was an amazing
Absolutely,
movie,
I cried. I full on cried in the theater when his white Supra went up to heaven.
That was 2
Come
movies
on.
ago.
Oh, was that 2 movies ago?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah,
the last one. The last one sucked so bad.
This is like the Land Before Time. There's gonna be like fucking 30 of them.
yeah, I know. But hey, it's making money. I'm going to go see it. I'm not going to go see Hobbs and Shaw. but
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
going
go
to
see 9. Yeah.
the next 9.
All right.
You know what they need to do though is a reboot and bring it back to street racing.
That's never going to happen.
It's going to happen.
I mean...
It will. It will. I'm going to keep writing strongly worded letters.
Do you want
They're gonna keep
Dear
going right
Jeremy
into the
Lin
trash.
or whoever the fuck directs it
Just
now.
write your ass
Justin Lin.
Justin Lin. Yeah, whatever.
the better thing to do would be write your ass a script.
Yeah, I'm
And
sure.
we will produce it.
Yeah,
But we already have
Ooh,
the cars.
Big budget. we have the car.
Yeah,
we
the-
have the cars. Yeah, we don't.
We've got a van.
Well, we've got a Passat GT
I have a Corolla.
all clapped out on rotoforms.
Shit, yeah. Anyway.
That's
Anyways.
the whole scene right there.
Yeah, there it is.
Clapped out on rotoforms.
Oh, we lost Dave. He's now leaving.
No, he's
us.
getting a beverage.
Oh, okay.
All right. While he's doing that, no new patrons. Guys, help us get to $200 a month so we can start live streaming this for you folk.
Live streams.
You know, for the patrons, we'll throw one to the regular people, one a month.
Yep.
But help us get there. It would be quite awesome if you did.
We're so close.
Yes, we are like at $165 a month.
Oh, we're so close.
So close.
Indeed.
Anyway, happy birthday to Randy Gibb, one of the OG Honda guys.
Oh wow, yeah.
Randy.
Yeah, one of the OG Honda race drivers, like actual
Yeah.
like race car stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chance Hales,
My boy Chance.
Becca Furnish. She is a delightful photographer down in Arizona.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Daniel Tech, Blaze Potts.
Hey, the OG scoundrel.
I know Daniel Tech. Shout out to him.
Is that his real? That is the
Blaze
baddest.
Potts?
That is the baddest assest name I've ever heard in my life.
You know, he
Yep.
gets asked that a lot, and yes, it is on his driver's
Dude,
license.
Blaze-
That's his real name.
You are a hero, and I love you. Happy
Yep.
birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday to Stepdaddy Barnes.
Hey.
Old Hams here for everyone whenever you want to come down, buddy.
Hams.
Damn.
Yep.
Hams.
He
And-
doesn't listen to this.
God, I know. But still. Somebody will tell him.
Oh, what's the spec? Listen, oh, sorry, you should finish this.
And happy birthday to one of the OG guys, John Knighton.
John Knighton.
Yep.
Also a cool name.
Right on.
I need to shout out Scotty. For-
Scumbag Scotty.
Yeah,
For-
I was at his house this on Saturday. Not Saturday. No, it was Thursday or something. I went there to install his internet,
Nice.
Nice.
and we went up there and we just bullshit for like a couple hours.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good time. Yeah.
He's a good
There you
dude
go.
for that.
So I saw his new house it's coming along nicely.
Nice.
Very cool. Very cool.
Nice. All right, moving on. Before we get into the news,
Good news.
guys, there's another way you can support us. Good news. And that is heading over to CamAutoswag.com and draping yourself in Cam Auto Mag gear.
Oh, just bathe yourself in awesomeness.
Yes.
It's true, though.
Do
Yep.
it.
Wear the Cam Automag hat like Zach is so amazingly doing.
Stop with the nipples.
Whilst
What are we
he rubs
wearing?
his nipples.
What shirt? Is that got snowman on your
There's
shirt?
pineapples.
Oh, I can't see from here.
Pineapples.
You're old.
I'm getting old.
If you don't like pineapples on your T-shirt, but you would rather have our faces,
Yes.
there's the Mount Cammore T-shirt.
We
Do
might
it.
need to do a Mount Cammore 2.0.
We might.
But can
Why
we?
are you guys looking at me?
I don't know.
Well, because there are 4 people in this basement right now.
But
Guess
only
how many?
2 were in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Neither
So-
you nor I.
Yeah.
Even though I've been on since the beginning.
I
I just
will-
wasn't here the day.
I will
the
go buy a
shirt.
cowboy hat for this. I can
Oh,
be the
that's
colonel
you guys
on the
did that
mountain.
when I had my son. That's why it was
Yeah.
a year and
Yeah.
a half ago.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
Come
the
on.
thing.
Jeez.
You can't wear a hat because there's no hat on Mount Rushmore.
Oh, yeah, you can.
No, we can't. We have
Break-
have plans for him and the fucking hat. All
break,
right.
break tradition, Zach. I believe in you.
I gotta go buy a Cadillac. Apparently, is what the plan is.
Either OBS truck.
Let's go do the skinny check.
Do not touch the trim.
Not touch the trim.
Oh shit!
Anyway.
I saw my buttons pop off.
CamAutoswag.com.
Check it out. Buy it. Load it.
Yes. All right, guys. Have you been wondering if the C8 Corvette is going to get a manual?
Is it?
Yes, I have been wondering.
No, it's not getting a fucking
Oh,
manual.
fuck you.
The chief engineer said no, and
Oh.
also said that the manual transmission market for something like this, which is basically a bespoke transmission,
Correct.
is dying.
Correct.
So like,
It is
why-
a dying business.
Yeah.
Yeah. When's the last time you could buy a manual Lamborghini? The Murcielago. Actually, no, the Gallardo.
No, Murcielago.
the Gallardo.
Or the Gallardo.
The Mercy died first.
Yeah.
The Gallardo kept
Lamborghini
going.
Marcy. Yo, chick, she's so thirsty.
But I don't think you could get it in the second-gen Gallardos. I don't think the second-gens came with a manual.
Probably
Maybe they
not.
did.
No,
I
because
thought it was like a super
Lifted Gallardos, I think, was the only ones you can get.
Perhaps.
But now, in the Huracan, I don't think you can get
Huracan.
I don't think you can get a manual.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. There's this car is supposed to be the showcase of peak technology.
right.
The manual transmission is not that. I'm
No,
sorry.
it isn't. There's no way they would achieve a sub 3 second 0 to 60
Well,
with a
there's-
manual transmission. There's no such thing.
There's no way they could achieve the economy numbers. There's
Never.
no way they could achieve the performance numbers.
There's no way
There's
they
no
could-
way they could have kept it affordable.
And no way they could have maintained it affordably. So
Exactly.
the warranty on
So-
a clutched car with a freaking manual.
Get the fuck over yourselves. Nothing you want or care about is ever going to have a manual transmission ever again. That is exactly the way it is supposed to be.
Yep.
People bitched and moaned when disc brakes became a thing.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm
People
gonna say,
bitched and moaned when the coil spring became a thing.
bitched
People
and mo-
bitched and moaned when the fucking high fidelity chromium oxide
Oh.
8-track player became a thing.
I'm going to say
NASCAR-
fuck you for a reason, though.
Oh, okay.
'Cause I have a reason for this.
Okay.
So,
Do
like,
you now?
Okay, I'm independently wealthy. I have some money.
Sure.
Okay, you already have made yourself 0.7% of the
Like-
take rate market.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you have.
Hold on. Let me just let me say my piece though.
Okay.
Okay.
So I want to go buy a daily car. That's kind of fast. I'm going to go buy the weekend car. That's kind of fast.
Passat GT.
So I'm going to go by the daily. It's going to be an S4.
No. Wrong. But keep going.
If
So
you're
it has the GSG.
You're not
it's a-
doing yourself any favors.
It's fast shifting car.
Right.
Okay, so then
Got to get them farts.
I can go afford another $120,000 car. Okay, so I
Dude,
go,
that's 458. I get emotional. That's 458 money right there.
so I go test drive an E-Gear Mercy.
Why?
Hold on, hear me the fuck out here.
Oh, okay. Keep going. Sorry.
It's slow. It shifts too slow. My Audi shifts way faster.
Well, yeah,
Well,
it's old.
okay,
it's
so
old.
then-
It's single clutch old technology.
And so then I go drive an F1 Ferrari.
Yes.
Same thing.
yeah, single
So
clutch
then-
old technology.
So instead, I want to end up something with a manual because I'm not dailying this.
Right.
I want something that I can have fun on the weekends with.
But then also your $120,000 price tag becomes a lot harder to find. Like,
Yeah.
you're having
You're
to-
not
and you're
wrong.
not and you're not buying new.
like
Or
you're
you
either
can
having-
buy-
I know you're all
you're going to have to do an Ed
there's no
Bullion
such
where you're going
thing
to
as
find something that's going to be it could potentially be a headache, but you have to love the shit out.
or
of it.
you
you-
buy two for the price of one, and you get an.
Yeah,
Sorry,
where-
sorry.
yeah,
the
where you
moral
go?
of my story here, which isn't I know this is not a catch-all for everybody.
Nor is this a story with a moral, really.
I know,
Yeah, I
right?
know,
It's
right?
the-
Yeah.
This
But I
isn't
love it.
This isn't a
no
catch-all for anybody.
No, it isn't. Keep
No,
going.
okay.
Continue.
The
Continue,
ending of my
please.
story is though. Okay, right now this is the highest and the best technology for this vehicle, for sure. But in 10 years, when this car is now being traded for half its value, or
Wow, you
whatever,
give it 10 years?
okay, well,
When it slums its way into our
Generous.
price range.
Yeah.
So by the time
it-
the warranty expires.
sure. By that point, that transmission is now out of date.
Right.
And the manual is going to be the better option because no one is going to be driving that for daily. They're going to want it as a weekend car. Because
Well-
what are old Corvettes to people? They're cars they take on the fucking weekends.
Yeah.
Okay.
And those cars
well-
are funner manual.
They're the
That's my
attainable.
only. I'm saying is this is not a catch-all for anything.
No.
Your fuck you just turned from like an actual point into a minor inconvenience.
Well, here's another thing I wanted to bring up in the story from Motor Authority where they were talking. Yeah, he said the take rate on the C7 Z06 with a manual, 15%.
Oof.
So you are more likely to find a used Z06 C7 new one.
And they made a shit ton of those.
Yeah, like they're a
Yup.
Kind of surprising.
They made and so
Well, it's-
the C7 I think was the highest manufactured. Like they made 30,000 in 1 year.
yeah.
And that's like the C6, the Z06, the standard, all the different
was
variations.
all of the-
Yeah,
that's
but
actually
30,000 in 1 year. Ferrari only makes 6,000 cars a year,
and most of them don't catch on fire.
and that's the total range of Ferraris. We're talking all of them,
Yeah,
not
I-
just one model.
And I know for
So-
the Mercy, the take rate for manual, even though it was a free option, and the year you had to pay more for,
Oh yeah,
was 5%,
yeah. I was going to say
yeah,
5%.
no, like it's
or 5 or 6%. It was
I mean,
right there.
which
yeah.
is why the values of those are going through the roof. Right
yeah.
now.
And to your point, like what do people use these for? The people who can afford these, do you think that they're going to be wanting that extra bit of work, or do you think they just want to get out there and go?
You're 100% right.
Yeah.
For the initial buyer, but the secondhand market, which
The second hand. Well, the second hand. Fuck the second hand market.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't take the second hand market into account for a goddamn thing.
100%. Yeah.
And
The second hand market, it's assholes like us sitting around in a
Yeah.
basement getting drunk on Mike's Hard Lemonade saying, why aren't they making this?
Yeah.
I would buy this used.
But then we wouldn't.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Like, I'm not the odd man out for looking at ZL1s with automatics.
No,
No.
you're not. No,
There's
you're
a
not.
reason why they offered it starting in 2013.
You're aiming at the fat part of the bell curve.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: some people want to stick it in dumb and go from home to the office
Yeah.
in their
Yeah.
race car.
Ah, it's called
and those,
commuting.
And
Yeah.
those same people will put it in dumb to go from the office to the liquor store and then back home, and then Saturday morning
Yep.
drive it out in manual mode to the track.
Yep.
Have a great day.
Yep.
And then drive it back home in dumb. Stop again at the liquor store. Go
Yep.
get some pain meds,
Yep.
and then go home and relax.
As a DSG owner myself, like I will probably never go back. I fucking love it. Like it's the best thing in the world. I have a 25-mile commute one way every day, and I put it in dumb mode for that.
Yeah.
It's nice and comfy. But then when I want to do something fun, I put it in DSG, and it does not shift until it bounces off the
Yeah.
red line. Like I have to abuse the shit out of it
So-
before the nannies come in, and it's like just the same. And except it's faster and it's more matches perfectly. It's beautiful. It's so much fun.
so here's
So
the thing.
that's why I told my story, because I was like, yeah, the Audi DSG,
Right.
same thing.
Yeah.
100%. It's a
perfect
fun
commuter.
daily.
Perfect
Yeah.
daily.
But,
yeah.
but when on the weekend I want to drive my Ferrari, I want
See-
I want the handshaker.
Yeah.
Okay,
But see, this is
the manual it's one of those things where it's a preference to such a slim amount of that guy who
And
wants
dying.
to mow his
15
yard.
to 5%.
Yeah,
literally
it's,
dying.
Yeah.
They're literally
2020 is being that same person that mows their lawn with one of those manual
the
screwed
scissor.
push mowers.
Yeah.
Right. That's it.
Get
Yeah.
that at
That's
Sears
you
and
do
Roebuck.
it. You do it because you want to do it that way.
Yeah.
And so you're not going to buy new equipment to do it.
Yeah.
You're going to refurbish something old.
Yep.
You're going to take
Yeah.
solace and comfort in refurbishing something to relive days of old or have something of vintage quality.
But to that point,
modern technology,
it's beautifully with an analogy that I think applies to this. It's Jay Leno talking about electric cars and how
Yes.
they will replace combustible cars,
Right.
combustion cars.
Yeah.
It's going to move because you're going to use that screw type lawnmower on the. So, and Jay said this about combustion engines. It's
Yeah.
the same thing. And I
Like-
think it's the same about manuals. It's going to be like manuals. We can buy manuals right now for cheap in any type of car.
well,
And
and you can
also, too,
retrofit into just about
I
anything.
was
The
about to say-
aftermarket industry can
I was
take
about
care
to
of
say
that.
Yeah.
the F430 scooter rear that just got a manual.
Yeah. The Texas shop that
Yeah.
manual swapped it.
That's the coolest fucking thing, and that makes me so excited to
Absolutely.
be.
and it's going to open up
Absolutely.
new avenues.
I
for
agree with
business.
you.
Yeah, new.
I definitely agree with you.
Yeah,
That
but
the aftermarket support for that is the same thing. That's why vintage shaving techniques have boomed
Yeah, oh,
in
yeah.
the last 5 years. And brush and
Well,
and razor blade. I mean,
just
it's the best
better.
shave you'll ever.
right.
I get
Talking
that.
about something about like Mike likes.
Yeah.
Film cameras.
Yeah,
It's a
film
weekend
cameras.
thing.
Exactly.
He is not going to go make money using that film camera.
Yeah.
But yet using it.
Yeah,
see,
if you are a photographer, you are not going to make your bread and butter by shooting on 35 millimeters.
So-
you
No.
just will not do
As
it.
long as we
absolute-
don't live in Paris, France, where they're going to ban cars by 2025 and
fuck
in the
them.
city
Oh,
itself.
well, that's okay. The whole city is a fucking park anyway. It
Yeah.
doesn't
the whole,
matter.
Yeah.
the whole city's impossible to navigate.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
True to that. But anyways, it's the manual is going to die from a manufacturer's perspective. I totally get it, understand it, and I'm not necessarily supporting it. And I'm sure some manufacturers, this could be an awesome segue, by the way, may still offer manuals for the purists. Like I can never see a 911 being offered without a manual because the 911 itself shouldn't be made because the engine's in the wrong spot. The performance would be way better if it's mid-engine. I know Gavin's going to freaking shit his pants.
Well, yeah.
And
Well,
also
yeah.
that same thing too. It's just like I always want to see an M3 with a manual as well too.
Well, good
well,
news.
Guess what?
The upcoming
news.
M3 and M4 will have manuals,
Hey.
despite the fact that the head of BMW M himself says it is not for performance purposes.
It'll be a slower car.
Is
It's
going to
for
be
economy.
No, it's not
No,
even
it's
for
not
economy.
even for
It's
economy.
just-
It's worse.
No, it's for economic reasons.
no, it's
No.
for character.
It's for character.
Oh,
Yeah, like how some people prefer
It is more expensive to put a manual transmission in a car, even in the last decade.
yeah, like, and you don't get any better gas mileage with it.
yeah, no,
now.
I know
Yeah,
that.
of course.
Yeah, I misspoke. I'm
Oh
sorry.
yeah, no, like it is literally a choice. Like how some people prefer like
What the fuck?
this.
Yes.
Well,
didn't
you guys
see
never
this?
saw that?
Free vape. That was a Utah dealership.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
get there.
Pressman.
Really?
Pressman Auto.
Pressman
We'll
Auto.
get there in a minute.
Holy shit! What?
That's your
Yeah, no.
language right there,
Yeah,
Zach.
the head of BMW M said that there will be M3s and M4s with manuals because much like some people prefer, watches with mechanical movements and everything.
yeah.
That's the same thing.
God
Like,
damn
yeah.
it, that is a perfect argument right there.
That
And
is
you're
exact-
forgetting about watches.
That is exactly what
Yeah.
he said.
how,
He's
how
just-
many movements does a watch need? Well, as many as you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's preference. Like
That is-
time. When you tell time, it does one thing.
Yeah.
But in order to do that one thing, you could spread it out into 93 things if you want.
Yeah.
It's all preference. It's
But
like,
you're-
well, why do you want
Yeah.
93 movements? Well, because I can have.
But that goes along with the argument. You're not going to wear your Omega every day to work.
No,
That's
you're
a
not.
weekend
Exactly.
watch,
It's a-
baby.
It's a fun
Yeah.
thing.
That's a going out watch.
Yep.
Okay, can I read this article?
I mean,
or
you-
read the title of it at least.
Oh yes.
By the way, this being Pressman does not surprise me
It's the least
one
sup-
little bit.
it's-
It's
the
a
least-
rebuild title. I mean,
It's the least surprising thing you're going to hear all fucking day.
You're thinking
Half
of
my friends who own present vehicles vape. If that's any concept.
but kudos to the frickin' marketing department on this because they
Oh, hell
got
yeah.
massive pickup.
Yeah. Free vapor for any purchase of Ford Focus RS. Seriously.
Yes, this
Love
is
it.
Pressman Auto because they have a vape shop next door.
They only deal in rebuilds, by the way. They don't do any clean titles.
No,
It's
pretty,
100% rebuilt only.
are they?
Yep.
Are they all?
Yeah,
All of
Pressman?
them. Yeah,
Really?
they were the first auto source. Auto source.
But
copy.
the cool thing, though, about them is they offer a warranty with all their vehicles as well, too.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I had a buddy who bought a Speed 3 with them.
Well, I mean,
But,
I guess to be fair, for every 10 cars you sell without issues, the one car that will cause issues has already been covered exponentially by the other 10 cars
Yep.
that didn't.
Yep.
Makes sense.
So, they were selling a Focus RS, and if you bought it, you got a free vape.
Yes.
And here is what the dealership said when Kristen Lee from Jalopnik reached out after laughing herself hoarse. Yes, there is a vape included in the purchase of the RS. We have a vape store next to our dealership that the buyer can go to and pick out a vape. The dealership rep wrote, We did that because most of the potential buyers for that car come with vape in hand.
True.
Yep.
Know your customers, people. Good job, Pressman.
Yep. Yeah. The RS in hand had or in question had 34,576 miles on the clock. They were asking $25,900 plus a free vape.
Which is $15,000 under usual price for an RS.
Right.
That's
So
clean as
that's
fuck, too.
that's how you know it's
Yeah,
a
this is-
rebuild title.
Yeah, this is a double black RS.
Someone sent it into the hedge.
Shit. Yeah. Drift mode got real rowdy.
I guarantee he was vaping when it was crashed.
Who knows? Maybe it wasn't
Yeah.
crashed. Maybe somebody smoked the shit out of the clutch. I mean,
Could have been, yeah.
totally doable.
Like
cars.
insurance companies will write off anything these
Oh,
days.
yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, it could have had water up to the hubs at
Yep.
one point.
Yep.
You know, we don't know.
Well, speaking of, things. There we go.
Segue of the night.
Yep.
Anyways.
This is what I'm here for.
Yep.
I thought I was bad at segues. Jesus.
Where?
You're also bad at segues, too, not
Oh, yeah, you are.
segways.
Segways?
It's all right, Zach. We're just out here on our own.
Oh, did he just mute you?
He muted himself.
Oh, bless his heart. Anyways.
Zach, unmute yourself.
So talking about rebuild titles and cars and insurance. Nope, nothing.
No, we got nothing. But hey, so 4 automakers have gone against our big wet president and have reached a compromise with California over emission standards.
Fantastic.
Yep. So if you have been keeping tabs on this and with all the other tire fires that have been going on, I don't know. I can understand how you missed this. 17 automakers drafted a letter to, the fucking Proud Boy in chief.
Yeah, President Cheeto.
Yeah, saying that, hey, man, you can't roll back these standards that we've been working on.
Speaking about the CAFE standards that
Yeah.
the Obama era adopted.
Yeah.
With the rest of the world, I might add.
Yeah, like everybody
Right.
else. Yeah, so, and here's the thing, like, we might be sitting down here as, fucking idiots and saying, oh, yeah, sure, it would be so much easier better for everybody if these, they didn't have to meet these ridiculous standards.
Right.
They've been working towards these standards for how long? Like,
They've got
decades.
millions of dollars under each brand name.
Yeah.
yeah,
Just shoveled towards this particular goal.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or
They're like-
these ongoing goals.
yeah, like, this is one of those times where the sunk cost philosophy, I'm not telling you it's a bad thing.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah, so,
It's like doing all that homework and then throwing it away because they didn't want you to turn it in.
Yeah.
They don't want to do that.
Well,
Yep.
and it doesn't help progress the technology.
No.
And progress the human condition. It's like, I'm sorry, global warming's real. Like,
I'm sorry if
shit's going to hit the fan at some point.
I'm sorry if he wants to go back to 1978. but
Yeah.
fuck that noise.
when
Well,
you can
when
throw
cars
your
just-
hot dog out the window.
When cars just barely had catalytic converters, you could still smoke in most establishments.
And you can litter anywhere you want. The garbage was everywhere. You could just throw your fucking wrapper out the window. Who cares? No one cared.
yeah, no,
you could buy a Big Mac in a styrofoam container.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is how the
Days.
the huntsmen made all their money.
Yep.
Literally, that's where all the huntsman money came
oh
from.
shit, yeah.
Good for them.
But anyway, so the voluntary agreement. Remember, this is voluntary, much like the Paris Accords were a voluntary thing.
Right.
We're not doing that.
Yeah, we're not
Sorry.
doing this thing that we're really being held to. But whatever. Anyway, it is between California, BMW, Ford, Honda, and Volkswagen.
Just
all people.
all the biggest manufacturers in the world.
Right,
Literally.
Yep.
right. That is, yeah. I mean, you have
biggest
the largest.
manufacturers in the U.S. for car manufacturers.
Volkswagen AG
Yeah.
is
Yep.
the largest, if
The
I'm not
largest.
mistaken.
I think they are number two.
BMW and Ford are probably tied for second in the world.
Right.
And then
Toyota.
Honda
I
is
think
probably
Toyota-
third.
Yeah.
Toyota's up there.
Yeah, I would imagine
Toyota's
Toyota probably is second.
Toyota's 1 or 2,
Yeah.
and then
I think Volkswagen's right there.
Yeah, then
They were
Volkswagen-
number 1 2 years ago.
then Ford. I mean, they're up there. Then I think Honda, and then BMW, only because like they're big.
if
They're
we're-
still
if they don't have
family
this-
owned, though.
If
Yeah,
we're
they
if
don't
we're
have the same
talking about
global-
if we're
oh, for
talking
sure.
worldwide, I feel like BMW is up there.
I think they're still behind Honda.
yeah, they're up there. They're a
Perhaps.
bit
We
closer,
have
but
the fucking internet.
Oh, do we?
okay, you do that. Well,
Okay,
Top
you do that.
20 automakers.
okay, you do that. I'm going to go ahead and just point this out.
Ford, Toyota, Fiat, Nissan, General Motors, Renault, Volkswagen, Daimler, Peugeot, Renault, that whole bullshit. Ford, Geely, Nissan, Sia? I don't know, Hyundai.
Seat?
Seat.
Well, that's part of Volkswagen, actually.
And the Beijing Automotive.
Hot damn.
Top 20.
Wait,
wow.
what number was Honda? I didn't even hear you say that.
It's like third.
They were in there.
Oh,
They were up there. Anyway, this is these standards that these
Honda's
four
not on
automakers.
Oh.
All right.
Ford, Toyota, Fiat, Nissan, General Motors.
Okay then.
It's all about who else you own to get
Yeah.
on that list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Anyways.
Yeah, so these 4 automakers in the state of California agree that this is a good thing, as do the other 13 automakers that wrote that letter.
Yeah.
As of 2017, they're number 7.
23 state governors and a shit ton of economists.
Yep.
So, this is...
A lot of people that know their shit.
Yeah.
This is awesome because it's like, let's progress the technology to improve miles per gallon while we still have fossil fuels, which I think will long outlast the lithium battery issue that we're going to hit here pretty soon.
I'm telling you right now, we can get around this. Here's what we have to do. We have to start capturing resource satellites.
Yes, which are meteors. We got to catch them frickin'
Yes.
suckers and bring them home.
Yep.
Which, did you guys see there was a city-ending one that flew by the Earth 40,000 miles away? That's
shockingly close, and
that's
we're
a
like,
fifth
whatever.
the distance to the moon, and I didn't even know about it until 20 minutes before. It's like, oh shit! It was like enough. If it would have hit the Earth and it's somewhere that was populated, it would have destroyed a 200 square mile radius.
Something like that, yeah.
Awesome.
Me going nerdy here real quickly for that, though. Both Elon Musk, Neil deGrasse Tyson, and a couple other prominent people like that have said the first person to have captured a research satellite will be the first trillionaire on the planet Earth.
Oh, for sure.
Russia had plans to do
for
that,
sure.
and they were so very close, and they scrapped it at the last minute.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is there's so many concerns to be about that.
Yeah.
Because you fuck up, we get a meteor.
Yeah. Or we
You're
have a
dropping
second moon. We have a new moon, everybody.
Yeah, I
Well,
think...
But that new moon's going to have a whole bunch of Caterpillar equipment on it.
Yeah,
Is
exactly.
the only
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah, it's digging.
Yeah.
Yep, there we go. All right, moving on. We have to talk about racing because there's a lot of racing that we got to talk about.
Oh, boy.
But first,
We got to mention our friends over at Steady Broke Clothing.
steady.broke on all the social medias, and they're steadybroke.com. Go check out their stuff. They've got great quality stuff. I love my Depresso t-shirt.
Oh, yes, that is one of the... I think that's the only... No, there are 2 T-shirts you can get in XX.
Ah,
You're welcome.
okay.
You
For
get
the fat kids out there.
You get the Broke AF and you get the Depresso tee.
Beautiful.
There you go. You're welcome.
Yeah, you can get all that good stuff. Really, all of their stuff is great quality. It's inexpensive for the quality that you are getting. And if that wasn't enticing enough, you get an extra 15% off by typing CamAuto15 in the coupon code box at checkout.
Yep.
So
Just
check that out.
Just because you're broke doesn't mean you can't live your dreams.
Steady Broke.
Yes. All right. The most exciting thing that I read before the weekend,
Uh-oh.
Season 2 of Drive to Survive has been confirmed.
Yes.
And all of the Formula One teams will be featured.
Including Ferrari and Mercedes.
They are currently filming right now, and...
Where are they filming? Or
Oh.
what team?
Oh, this weekend.
Oh, this weekend. Of all weekends to film.
They were filming Mercedes.
Oh, yes. That's
Yes!
so amazing.
Oh, it's fucking great.
All the yeses. I just keep imagining the Oprah Winfrey bees meme that goes, bees! You know, when she gives away the free car, someone edited
yeah.
bees. Anyways, that's going to be so amazing.
Yes.
If you haven't watched season 1 of Drive to Survive,
It's fucking great.
it is absolutely, like, you don't even have to be an F1 fan. The
No.
drama, the stories, everything is so
was the one that was
amazing.
following McLaren.
No, that was...
That was the 6 episode long, ill-fated. It was
Amazon.
Similar Amazon.
Yeah, it was on Amazon. Drive to Survive. It's Netflix.
It's all. It was the 8 teams last season.
Yeah.
but it told such beautiful
It was-
stories. Gave you backstories.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes information. Like it was. We learned that Gunther Steiner is a total dick.
Yeah.
and
Oh.
swears all the time. and it's just.
I really just want to give Romain Grosjean a hug.
I do, but I also want him to leave. So
Like,
I
it's
kind of
just
agree
one-
with Gunther.
It's
so-
just one of those, like, you're done now.
Yeah, you should have never signed
It's-
him, but
it's
that's my
okay.
opinion. He's never that great. He was the
Well, we'll
only current driver to have a one race ban.
Well, we'll get more into Haas in a minute.
Yeah, we will.
Because we got some.
Deep and heavy.
But anyway,
Anyways, that's going to be awesome. Drive to Survive. Have they mentioned release dates? I'm assuming
early
it's gonna be-
2020.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes. So precious few
Great.
months.
We're going to watch that together. My
Yeah.
house. Y'all invited.
Hell yes.
I will be there.
We will do episode breakdowns.
We'll have some soup and Drive to Survive because it'll be in the winter.
I can make soup.
Okay.
All right.
I love it.
All right. Make French onion soup. Get some big old onions. Hollow it out.
I'm fully torqued right now.
Once it gets a little closer, I will explain to you guys the concept of respect and take part in.
I love it. I love it.
I'm sorry, what are we fucking you because?
Oh, no, that's just fantastic.
Ooh,
Look
yeah.
at that.
How you doing?
Is that a GNX or what is that, Monte Carlo?
Regal Turbo.
A
Yeah, it's
Regal
a Regal.
T. A Regal T, baby.
Sup, girl?
That is money,
That is
dude.
some straight
Is
G-body
that a
glory.
G-body? Yeah, I love
I
G-bodies.
mean, it's got a GNX badge on it, but I mean, obviously, who in their right mind would pay to GNX white?
No.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No
It
way.
has to be a Regal.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to my buddy Jason Udy. He used to be he was an editor at Daily Derby, but then he moved to Motor Trend.
Oh.
And then they, are losing money left and right. And so
Well,
he came
yeah.
back to Utah to make money. But anyways, he's a big G-body fan. Jason, dude, you got to check that
So
out.
is Chirp.
Oh, yeah, Chirp, dude.
Fucking A.
G-bodies.
Oh, yeah.
My boys. Anyways.
Yeah, so with the popularity of all these whole you don't have to have like a proper license to go racing endurance series,
Yeah, neat.
NASA is getting into that game.
What?
Yes, it is called the Team Racing Endurance Challenge, aka Trek.
Oh, my God.
Trek.
And it
Hell
is
yeah.
open to anybody who has a valid driver's license, a shitbox that isn't totally clapped out, and is currently wearing 180 treadwear or higher tires.
Wow.
Yes.
This is amazing.
But who
Oh my
can
God!
drive
Can,
in
can,
this?
can please? Oh,
What? Can please what?
can Cam please sponsor me to go? We'll put the Corolla in right this fucking second.
No,
I mean,
well, what
sell
are we
the
doing?
Corolla.
Sponsoring you. We have no money to sponsor you.
I don't
Yeah.
care. Let's put some fucking stickers on it. Let's fucking do this
We've
shit.
already
No.
we've done that with people with money, and it's not exactly gone well for us.
Well, if we have no money, it makes it better. Fucking do it.
All right. Anyway,
So, what is this going to like? What does it mean, Enduro series? Like, where
so
are they
basically, like Lucky Dog or
Right.
Lemons,
Yes.
or
gonna,
Champ Car.
Chump Car.
It's actually technically called Champ Car.
Oh, it is.
They ditched the Chump Car name.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, all of those are series where you don't actually have to have like a valid racing license to
Yeah.
race. Like you don't have to have an SCCA
And
or
I-
NASA or whatever license.
I imagine this is just doing the HPDE series out there.
But door to
Massive
door.
hell.
But
Well,
door to
I mean-
door and endurance, I love it.
Yeah, this is a way where people are like, well, I want to get out there and I want to do this, and then, you can go out there and do this and realize exactly how deficient you are.
Right.
And then start doing the HPDE thing and have people tell you how you're deficient and how to become less deficient.
Right.
Yeah,
Become efficient.
exactly. Or at least not a total liability.
Correct.
Yep, I remember the Champ Car Enduro last year. Fucking criminy.
Nice.
Yeah, put people on a track that we don't normally run, have them run it at night.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
Lots of dirt.
Huh.
Lots of dust.
A lot of people just getting out there and exploring the space.
So
Nice.
anywho, moving on though, this is really good because that
Yeah.
opens it up to people with a car
Yeah,
that want to drive.
yeah,
Yeah.
And you don't have to do you don't have to clash your car with the NASA or their specific endurance things. They're gonna have it, very straightforward. If your car is running this time, this is what class you're going to be in.
So is this one of those deals where you actually qualify in the vehicle and then they class you accordingly, or how does this work?
I'm not 100% sure. This is one of those, they say, talk to your local region more.
Okay.
Also, I'm sure they're going to
But-
have some sort of safety regulations. to
Oh,
pass
for sure.
Tech, like you got to have a roll cage. Probably
I'm sure
a
the
fire
tech
system.
I'm sure the tech all applies just as
Nah,
NASA rules
We're not gonna-
currently dictate.
we're not going to go through this 24-page rule book just yet.
Oh, geez.
Yeah,
But
we'll
get
read that
there
later.
We'll get there eventually.
That's some night reading.
But this is great.
Yeah, this is cool.
awesome because that puts people, Dan Shalinsky car.
He has a
Yeah.
Lemons
You don't
car.
have to just race it in Lemons now.
Scott
you don't have
Garlock.
to worry about if it's
Oh,
chump
shout out
car
to him. He's
illegal.
fucking awesome.
Past weekend.
Probably.
Yeah, I
Champ
think
Car,
he-
the double eight. They had 2 8-hour races
I think
this
he
past
took
weekend.
maybe he's taking the E30 to a different race, but he's building an E30 for Champ Car. I love this
Perfect.
because it lowers the barrier of entry
Yeah.
into actual door-to-door racing.
Right. There's a lot of people who are interested in this that don't want to go through getting racing licensure
Yeah, me.
or spending that money.
Yeah,
It opens it up now to the weekends.
yeah.
Okay, that's
So,
it. The
this
next
is
car
great.
I buy will be our whatever the fuck, the Trek. We'll call it
Yep.
the Trek car, the Trek Cam car.
Yes.
Camtrek.
We'll
Camtrek.
need to open up a dock and
Camtrek fits on a license plate. I'm just saying.
yeah.
Glowing where other shit boxes have gone before.
The Westie would make an awesome race car, but I would hate to chop or touch that in the wrong way.
I
So-
mean, at this point, I would, but
Anyway, moving on to some actual racing that happened.
Oh my gosh.
By the way, we're not talking about the IndyCar race because I watched the on the IndyCar YouTube channel. They have the fast forward where it's like
Right.
the race in under half an hour or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
I watched it today. You laughed.
Really?
Yeah. Felix Rosenquist was fucking hustling Scott Dixon.
Really? Giving him
Scott-
the beans.
Scott Dixon got the win. He's on the podium. He's just like, I have to apologize to Felix because I threw some moves.
Oh,
like I
jeez.
feel bad.
Some shade, huh?
Yeah, he's like, but it was all I didn't have tires. I had to do something to keep him behind
So
me.
there's some aggressive block. Were they on an oval or was it a road course?
They're at Mid Ohio.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's a
but-
good course.
Yeah,
I'll have to watch that.
it is great. Anyway, the German Grand Prix.
Oh, my goodness. Possibly the last German Grand Prix, by the way.
I mean, with what Liberty's been willing to do, like, I think they might, because they love keeping these historic venues around.
Yeah, but they might go to the Nürburgring again. So it's like,
wanna see that. I wanna see
Hockenheim.
that.
But it was
I
at
don't-
Hockenheim, and
Yeah.
Hockenheim hasn't been repaved since
No.
by the
It's
way.
great.
It's still in great shape, but that's,
Yeah.
testament to German manufacturing.
yeah,
So, race I have ever watched ever in my life, ever.
this was amazing.
I don't know if I could stress that enough. Like, it was the most. Keep getting better. Like, I keep
Which is a
saying,
good
this
thing.
is
Yeah.
not the season to watch because Mercedes is dominating, but it's also the season to watch because the racing is so good.
Like, Mercedes is dominating, but it's like
Yeah.
they're not doing it with that cool, calm confidence. They're like,
No, there's battles between Bottas and Hamilton. Like, it's not just like an open and shut case
they're
between
your,
those two.
They're your friend who's staying up till like 3 a.m. to watch University of Hawaii football because
Yes.
he really fucking needs them to cover the spread.
Exactly.
Like
exactly.
that. Otherwise, some dudes are coming.
But coming into this weekend, they knew the forecast was calling for rain
Yeah.
on quali day on Saturday and the race for sure on Sunday. Like,
Yep.
there was a 100% chance of rain for the race on Sunday, but it didn't rain during quali at all.
No.
Like, and everybody was like, "Oh shit, what do we do?"
But before that, even
geez. Oh, yeah, before
Mercedes
that.
is celebrating 125 years in motorsports and 200 Grand Prix starts by cosplaying as their 1950 iteration.
Yeah, wearing suits and old timey suspenders, and they have the flapper girls.
Yeah,
which
like
Germany didn't have back then, but okay.
dudes with the flat caps.
flat caps and the suspenders and the high
Valtteri
pants.
Bottas was wearing brown gloves and shoes.
Driving gloves with brown leather driving shoes. and-
Toto Wolff was wearing suspenders like this fat gentleman.
Yeah, who's super fat. Anyway,
Yeah.
awesome.
Anyway, they were running a special livery, which
Yeah, special livery, the white with the front nose that was peeled off. So it's
Yeah.
like, oh, there's the history of Mercedes underneath the Silvereros. You
Yep.
know? And
So-
it didn't quite work out for him.
it didn't, but we'll get to that in a minute
Okay,
because it
sorry.
didn't look like it was going to work out for Ferrari because
No.
Vettel had problems. He didn't even get a set a lap.
Didn't even Q3, qualifying 3, he didn't even get set a lap because he went out and it had a turbo issue, which turned out to be an intercooler, I think. It
Yeah,
wasn't
something.
boosting.
Something,
No
yeah.
power, so no
He
laps.
was hearing noises, but none
Yeah.
of the witchcraft was happening.
Yeah, none of the, as Jeremy Clarkson calls it, yes.
Yeah.
Some magic happens and then power. Anyways.
And
Yeah.
then Leclerc made it into Q3.
He did.
But he had fuel issues.
Yeah,
and
which
he
is a
didn't-
separate issue.
Yep.
So Ferrari did what Ferrari does, and
So-
it's fucking pissing me off. How Italian Where's Waldo has a job still blows my fucking mind.
Oh,
Like,
he ain't going to have one next
if
year.
Marchione was still alive, that
There is no way he has a job next season.
like I think they should fire him over the summer break. This is what I was talking about in the Utah F1 fans page. I was like, they need to do, at this point they need to do a wholesale clean drivers, maybe get rid of Vettel. They keep Leclerc, he's the future, but then just
You have to keep Leclerc.
everybody on the technical side, which I haven't been to Maranello and seen the F1 building that they have dedicated just to the F1 team. It's
Oh, yeah.
4 stories tall.
Yeah, no-
But, like there's barbed wire on the fencing and everything, but you
Yeah.
can still hear the engine testing. It was awesome. But all those people need to get fired because it's like, holy shit, like
There are just like
it's systemic. The issues they have are systemic. It starts from design, it moves into engineering, and then it moves into management. It's like every part of the team is failing,
yes.
and even the drivers are, which
Uh,
we'll get to in the race.
Yeah, well, I will say, it was like, I mean, you can keep saying it was the car when he was at Red Bull, but
No.
you don't go from 20th to where he wound up.
No.
Like-
And Leclerc, here's the thing, though. In all the free practices, Ferrari was fastest, 1
Yeah.
and 2. Mercedes was 0.3 behind them.
They were.
Look at that I think Crofty brought up. He's like, anytime that Ferrari's been fastest in FP2, they haven't qualified very well at all. And it's
Yeah.
true if you look back at it. So,
Yeah.
And the curse hit again.
Yep.
So,
Well, first-
Leclerc had a fuel issue, didn't even get to go out
No.
in the final qualifying.
But whatever, he made it. He started 10th.
10th.
And they started in the rain.
In the rain.
Yes.
In the race. It was like raining all day.
Yeah, like off and on.
Oh my gosh, I loved it.
It was great. The rain called out quite a few people. Perez, Charles Leclerc.
Charles Leclerc himself
Yep.
threw it away in the
Yep.
corner that everybody.
Bottas.
And Hamilton.
No, Bottas didn't go off there. He went off
I
like
thought he
turn
went
1.
there.
No, he went off at turn 1.
Oh.
Hamilton spun off there. This is like the
Okay.
that double right-hander last turn.
thought that
no,
Bottas just
they
hit the
did,
wall.
They did both go off at They both went off at turn 1.
Ah.
They both took a little bit. Hamilton's spin started earlier so he could
Yeah.
recover. Bottas, unfortunately not. But yeah, the Hamilton,
Yep.
it got Carlos Sainz.
Science. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Norris, but he had an engine
Well, yeah,
failure.
Norris, yeah. Well,
But I mean, we should probably say like Hamilton got qualified. He got P1,
Yeah,
but then
Hamilton
Verstappen was P2. So
Yeah.
front row start for Max the Axe, and
Yep.
he is fantastic in the wet.
oh yes,
he was-
Always has been and always will be.
Well, he's born in the wet. I
Yeah.
mean, that dude is, the
he,
Dutch.
He was born into, not merely adopted by it.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did a perfect Scandi flick coming out of his mom, so he knows what's up.
bam.
Anyways,
Only had a minor hiccup at the start.
there it is.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah, he totally lost power and dropped to 6th or something like
Something
that.
like that, yeah.
Oh, it was amazing. Such a great race.
Yeah, I mean it was great, and like Vettel. Well, I mean,
Dead last.
yeah, dead fucking last.
Dead last. 20th on the freaking grid.
and he just kept going.
And then we thought they might have a turbo issue early on in the race because he didn't have pace at all.
Yeah,
And he even radioed something in, but
he
then they
said-
figured it out. They were
Yeah.
able to reset whatever it was.
or what?
And then what does he do? He freaking goes from dead last
To second.
second. He podiums. Spoiler alert, he got second.
Yeah,
And there's only one other driver. I can't remember who it was.
Juan Pablo Montoya.
One JPM, baby. Last time someone who went dead last to second was JPM.
Yeah, like
Yeah, fantastic. What? And there was you couldn't.
Yeah.
When was the last time you would ever think that Kvyat would be fighting with Albon for a podium right there
Yeah.
too, with a tire strategy keeping him out? And it was just so much fun. I think Bernie Ecclestone, although how racist and crazy he is, I think he did have a good idea of turning on sprinklers race. That was one of his ideas.
Yeah.
It was like during a Grand Prix, let's randomly turn on the sprinklers around the track. Most of them have sprinklers.
Yeah.
And make it fucking wet and have a fantastic, crazy race, which this was.
oh yeah,
And it was just spectacular.
there
I
were a
loved
shit ton of safety cars and
it. Like the freaking podium, I would have never guessed who was on the podium. So
Max Verstappen. Like
he was.
They
He
kept-
spun. He spun.
he
And that-
spun.
He did a
but
360.
they kept bringing him in at the right time and getting
Yeah.
him the right tire.
The
except
right
for that
tire.
one time.
He pitted 5 times, I think,
Yeah,
in the race.
and then
Vettel got second. We
Yep,
just highlighted
that
that.
fucking heroic drive.
But then
in
who
his
got
home
third?
Grand Prix.
Yeah.
by the way,
And then who got third?
fucking new dad Daniel Kvyat.
Just had a baby the night before.
Yes.
Yes. Freaking Kvyat. What a redemption run for him.
Right.
He was a freaking practice driver for Ferrari all
Yeah.
last year. He was a test driver back at the factory. Didn't even come to the track.
No.
And
It
now
was-
can podium,
Yep.
and he earned it.
Yep.
He drove fantastic race.
Yep. And as of right now, chip point.
Oh my lord!
Robert Kubica and Williams.
Williams
Yes.
is on the board with 1, baby.
Yes. And
with
this
1.
And this is because both of the Alfa Romeos were given a penalty.
Yep.
Because their clutch at the beginning of the race, the stewards were saying that it was operating more as a traction control system and not just a regular straightforward clutch.
So they violated the rule 23.1 or
something. But don't worry, Alpha is appealing it, and
Yeah,
they
which
say
you-
they have data
so-
which will vindicate them.
which all the protests and all these they've never worked. Like not a single FIA ruling has been overturned this
Yeah.
season. So I don't expect it to happen this with this one either.
Yep.
Which is sad because Kimi and Giovanni, whatever his name is, Giovinazzi did great.
Yeah.
Kimi had a spin, but Giovinazzi ran a great race.
Yeah, he was doing good.
He even out-qualied,
Yeah.
Raikkonen, if I remember correctly. But, man, that was such a great race.
Yes.
Anytime that there's rain forecasted for a Formula One race, just do yourself a favor and watch it, because it's going to be
Watch it.
spectacular.
Or
And
record it and have it record with that extra time, because
Yeah,
my
add it.
recording,
Yeah.
it cut out at lap 61 of
See,
64.
I learned this back in 2014 or 2013. I can't remember, but one race was rain delayed, and it was Mark Webber. I think it was Brazil.
Yeah,
It was the
oh,
last race.
God.
Anyways, and so now my DVR is set for an hour and a half to run an hour and a half long. So
There you
just
go.
do that, and you'll be set.
Problem solved.
Anyways, I'd love F1. This is the greatest season,
It
even
is
though
great.
it's already decided. We know Mercedes is going to win the Constructors' Championship.
Yeah.
We know that Hamilton's probably going to win the Drivers' Championship.
Barring some serious fuck-ups.
But if you don't give a shit about that, you don't need to give a shit about that. What you
No.
need to focus on is Honda freaking is destroying Ferrari.
Honda was on their way to score, have 4
Yeah.
scoring cars.
Yeah.
And then Albon and Gasly got together.
Yep.
God
And
damn it.
Gasly didn't finish. Albon finished, but
I thought he retired right
did
at
he?
the end.
Oh, that sucks.
Whatever,
But
yeah.
Honda's, they're right there with freaking Ferrari.
Yeah.
Like Red Bull is there with Ferrari, and it is legitimate pace.
Yep.
Did you see the tweet? Did you see this? Oh my gosh, this is going to blow your mind. Did you see what Honda tweeted?
I heard that they tweeted something.
After the race. So if you guys remember when Fernando Alonso was with McLaren.
Yeah, he called it like a GP2 engine.
He did. During the race, he was like, GP2 power. This is GP2. This is embarrassing. This is a GP2 race. This is GP2 power. GP2 engine. And so Honda, when they won with Max Verstappen, they're like, oh, congrats to Max on the... And they had a like the flexing arm emoji.
Yeah.
GP2 victory or GP2 race wins.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, and they left the tweet up instead of deleting it. And they're like, oh, sorry, I meant to say 2 GP wins.
Yeah.
It was a total dig at Alonso, and
Yeah.
it was beautiful. They're like, oh, weird.
Nice.
A GP2 engine just won 2 races. Fuck you, Alonso.
Yep.
It was so awesome.
Arrogant asshole.
Yeah,
Fucking-
which I just going back to him. Did people not remember that he cheated to win in Shanghai when they had frickin' PK Jr. spin out on purpose to give Alonso the victory?
Oh, no.
And everybody gives PK shit, but it's like, hello, Alonso won because of that.
Yeah, like... No.
And it's like, he's the Teflon Don. Nothing sticks to that guy. He's the reason Ferrari had the frickin' constructors' points stripped of them because he called them out on the email gate that happened in 2007.
Well, I mean, there's
They were cheating off of McLaren, but he was the one who was the whistleblower on it. And no one gave him shit about that. And he even went to Ferrari. And it just blows my mind. I think he's a great driver, but that dude brings drama anywhere he goes.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, like, it's... There's a reason he's just kind of running in a series where there's no way he can possibly lose. You
Well,
know?
yeah, and he's never coming back to Formula One. I'm
No,
sorry.
he's never coming back to Formula One, and I
Which
think
is good.
The
He'll-
odds of him doing like
I would love to see him in Formula E because I won't watch him and I won't give a fuck. So,
that'd be hilarious. Anyway, so,
anyways, Formula One, check it out. I love it.
yep, we have run the light.
Yes.
That is it for episode 213 of the Camcast. We will be back on Thursday, where we're going to talk about the songs you're going to sing to yourself if you had to drive a 6-hour endurance race by your lonesome.
Oh, I got it.
I'll explain that in detail on Thursday. Follow us. We are at Cam Automag on all the social medias. Support us on Patreon, patreon.com/CamAutomag. Find this podcast wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play. Like, rate, review, subscribe. Buy stuff from us at CamAutoswag.com. Support our sponsor, Steady Broke Clothing. Use coupon code CamAuto15 at checkout. Save yourself 15% or more, or 15% on your entire order. For episode 213 of the Camcast, I've been Mike.
I've been Professor Dave.
I've been Zach.
Pizza Dad.
There we go.